Hello again, 8th graders, for the last time. Today is Monday, June 15th, and the last day of online instruction. So hopefully you have turned in any of your back work, and I'm going to be working on my grades probably either this afternoon or tomorrow. You have until 3 p.m. today to get in any of your back work, guys, okay? I want to say before I go over the questions for chapters 11 and 12, so you'll need your packet for that I am sorry that we ended the way that we did. I think it was necessary to keep everybody safe and to keep the COVID-19 from spreading so rapidly that our healthcare system wouldn't be able to handle it. So it was the safe thing to do, but it was definitely a difficult thing for all of us. You managed to do something that really no other group of kids have had to do, and same with educators, to kind of switch everything over to online with no notice and no real preparation. So you should be really proud of yourself for what you've managed to accomplish in the last 15 weeks. And I want to also thank your parents very much for all of the support that they've given you over these weeks. Parents, grandparents, step-parents, maybe older siblings, and so on. I very, very, very much appreciate it. So I'm proud of you. You should be proud of yourselves. I miss you terribly. I wish so much that I could see you and be in the same room with you. This video will have to do, unfortunately. I will be thinking of you guys. Stay safe and happy and respectful and tough and smart over the summer, and enjoy yourself. Get outside, relax, de-stress. We all need that. And next year, who knows what will happen. We'll just kind of have to roll with it. So one thing that you can kind of take from this, that I've taken from it, is that it's really important to be flexible, and you can have an idea in your mind of how things are going to go, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. And you've got just got to kind of bend with whatever's happening. And if you're really struggling with it, make sure you reach out for help. So we'll see what happens and kind of play it by ear next year. Hopefully all of you will be moving on to the high school. I think you're really going to love it at the high school, and this situation with the COVID-19 and quarantine and everything is not going to last forever. Eventually a vaccine will come forward and we'll be back to normal, and maybe a lot more appreciative of being in an actual school building. I know I will be. I cannot wait. So we'll play it by ear and see what happens, but just know, regardless of what happens, that you guys are in my thoughts. I will be thinking of you. I will never forget you. Oh, now I'm going to get emotional, and I still have to go over the questions. And I really care about you. So I'm always here if you need anything, and you'll be in really good hands with your teachers at the high school next year. So now we'll move on to business, which is to go over the answers for these questions. So for chapter 11, number 1, what does Ponyboy think about as he is home in bed for a week? While Pony's in bed for a week, he thinks about what Bob was like when he was around his friends. Number 2, besides his friends from school, who stops by to see Ponyboy? That would be Randy, and he stops by to see how Pony's doing, to talk to him about going to see the judge the next day. And number 3, why does Randy feel bad for being mixed up in all of this? He says he feels bad for being mixed up in things because he has let his father down. Number 4, when Randy talks to Pony about the murder and going to see the judge, Pony seems delirious. What is Ponyboy falsely admitting to? So delirious means that a lot of times people, if they get a super high fever, they'll become delirious. Or if they're having some really serious mental health issues, they might become delirious, where if you're delirious, you might be seeing things that aren't there, or hearing things that aren't there, or just not in touch with reality, what's really happening. So as Pony is delirious, he is claiming to be the one who killed Bob. He has convinced himself, and in his mind believes, that he was the one who killed Bob, even though we know as the readers, and Randy knows, and all the other characters know, that that is not the case. So Why would Pony say these things? Convincing himself that he is the one to kill Bob is Pony's way of pretending that Johnny isn't dead. If Johnny didn't kill Bob, everything would be different and Johnny would still be alive. So he's deep in denial and he really can't handle what's happening. So his mind is kind of making up a different scenario that's easier for him to handle, kind of a way that his mind is protecting him. Number 5, what happens at the end of the chapter that shows Ponyboy that Derry is trying to be more understanding? When Derry calls him little buddy for the first time, Pony takes it as a sign that Derry is trying to become more understanding. So moving on to chapter 12, where there are a lot of questions, or 13 questions. Number 1, how is the courtroom scene different from what Ponyboy expected? Ponyboy expected the courtroom to be filled with more people. He expected it to be like on a TV show with more emotion and excitement. It was more like a meeting though, instead. Number 2, what confuses Ponyboy about all of the ch11's testimonies? I cannot even read my own writing. He's confused that the ch11's are saying that Johnny killed Bob, and Pony is still convinced that he's the one that killed Bob. Number 3, what do you think the doctor told the judge about Ponyboy? And that's not stated directly in the text. You just kind of had to figure that one out or make an educated guess about what the doctor was saying. The doctor probably told the judge about Ponyboy's delirious condition and the fact that Ponyboy thinks that he killed Bob when he actually didn't. Number 4, what is the final result of the court case? Ponyboy is acquitted, meaning found innocent. The charges are dropped and allowed to stay with his brothers. Number 5, what has changed about Ponyboy? He has become more absent-minded and clumsy. He keeps walking into things. His schoolwork is going downhill. So again, he's been through an extremely stressful situation. He's also had a head injury, which can affect things in a great deal. And so kind of different parts of his life are being affected as a result. How does Ponyboy get a break from his English teacher? His English teacher is Mr. Sim. And Pony's English teacher gives him a break by allowing him to write a theme, which is like an essay, in order to bring his grade up to a C. So his grades have been dropping, and while he's usually a really good student in English class, he's failing at this point. So his teacher is giving him a break and letting him do basically some extra credit to bring his grade up. Number 7, when Steve, Two-Bit, and Ponyboy got to the grocery store for lunch, what change do we see in Ponyboy? Ponyboy acts tough and cold. He said he felt nothing when the ch11's approached him, and at the beginning of the story, Pony would have been much more timid and afraid. Number 8, what has been bothering Soda? His girlfriend has left him and won't even open his letters. She is also having someone else's baby. Number 9, what finally makes Soda snap? He is sick of Pony and Derry fighting. He's sick of being the middleman. He says that he is being split in half. Number 10, why did Pony pretend that Johnny wasn't dead? Because he thought it would make him hurt less. And number 11, in a paragraph, summarize the letter from Johnny. I might have forgotten to read these last few questions when I read these out loud. Sorry about that. So for number 11, you did not have to write a paragraph. Just 1 or 2 sentences would be fine. I have Johnny says he didn't mind dying because it saved the kids. He tells Pony the poem by Robert Frost means that you're gold when you're a kid, and he wants Dally to watch a sunset, etc. Number 12, what does Ponyboy write for his English theme? He writes about Johnny, Dally, and Bob, the things that have happened to these boys, and he chooses this topic because he thinks it will help others like the greasers not to and the ch11's really not to judge those with hair oil. So not to judge other people, not judge a book by its cover. And number 13, how does the theme begin? The same way the novel starts. So the very last sentence in the book is also the first sentence of the book, which, if you think about it, means that this entire book is supposed to be Ponyboy's theme that he writes for English class. So that is how it ends. Again, I hope you really enjoyed the book as much as I like it. And thank you for sticking with me, following along, reading, and doing the work. I appreciate it, and have a great summer. Best of luck to you and your families. I won't forget you guys, and I'm sorry that your 8th grade year turned out kind of differently from what we all expected. But you're great kids, and I'm going to miss you an awful lot. I'm going to check up on you, so make sure that you're doing your work next year. Bye, 8th graders.